Hi there. This is H. Victoria Hargro Atkerson. I'm an author and a writer, and I would like you to take a look at my book, Enslaved. Now, I mentioned the last time about the rich culture and the rich contributions that Africans brought with them when they were forced to come to America on slave ships. So, one of the things that we discussed in one of my book clubs was that some people just were not aware of the things that the Africans brought here. Not only do we bring soul food, which is cooking based on African culture, that is one of the principal things. Also, the paper, the use of making and the use of paper for recording, that's one of the things that came out of Africa. Weaving is another thing. They were excellent weavers, and that skill was handed down for centuries and centuries. And if you raffia cloth is one of the oldest fabrics made, and it was used as money and was traded in the Middle East for many years, hundreds of years. It was considered money, very expensive. If you wore raffia cloth, you were rich, because most people didn't have that. Basket weaving, which was used to do all kinds of things within the home and, for carrying objects or whatever. But those are things that were made in Africa. The other thing that was made in Africa, there's my coffee pot, was canoes. Some of the first canoes were made in Africa because they had a wonderful system of making these boats, but they also used them to travel up and down the rivers. And in some cases, they went from countries all over the Middle East because they traded with India, they traded with China, they traded with all the countries all over the Mediterranean area for many centuries. So, and all these skills that they learned and they taught their children, those are hundreds and hundreds of years old. Pottery, even. There's just so much. It's a lot that we have. But I invite you to go to the library, turn on the TV, look on the internet, and look up ancient tribes of Africa, look up their traditions and art forms, and their products that they made. Like even tea. Tea was raised in Africa for centuries. That is not something that was done in other areas until it evolved in Africa and spread with the population of the country, of the world, really. So take a look at African tribes and their culture. I think you'll find them very fascinating. Okay, so take a moment and get this book and read it. It's a really great one. Some of the things I mentioned are in this book. I enjoyed writing this book simply because I was taking my own personal journey into slavery, and I wanted to know about what our people did, how they suffered, how they were treated during slavery here in America. So take a look at that. I think you'll like it. I think you'll enjoy it. And I think you'll learn a lot because everything is based on history. I do historical romance. And of course, there are lots of sizzling stories in here. So I want you to pick it up and enjoy it, okay? But before you go, be sure that you like this program. And also, if you haven't joined my electronic family, I want you to push the red button and subscribe to my channel, and that way you'll get a notice when I'm posting a video, and also it will bring us closer together. Let me know what you think about my books. If there's anything you'd like me to discuss, I will. If there's anything that you want to know about me or about writing, just drop me a line. There's a comment section at the bottom of this page, so make sure to use it. Send me a note. Let me know what you're thinking, okay? This is really cool. And do me a big favor. Love someone special, and love to you. Take care.